Okay, pal, shall we dive back into what we were doing previously? I know we sort of had to end a bit abruptly last time, but I think we can get a bit more out of these fellas. What's with the bowl? It's a bowl, the spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Oh, it's a spittoon. Fucking grim. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
I'm -12. It's not time yet. What the fuck? There's gonna be something interesting through here at some point, isn't there? Let's squint real quick.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Guess I'll revert my gaze. It's not a term you hear very often, is it? Revert your gaze. Invert your gaze. Avert your gaze? That one makes sense, doesn't it? Right, as we were.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Okay, I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where is the 8th Hardy Boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head. I don't know, that sounds like a pretty cool job. I could join them. They seem to be immune to the law. Or immune to me, at least. Immune to the ineffectual law.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
The Lady Driver. Every time I hear the word Lady Driver, I immediately think Holy Diver in my head. I don't know if that's just me, but there's just Dio encompassing my brain right now.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And
He points to the lieutenant.
you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
I have a 3% chance with this, even with a +1. Jesus Christ. Okay. I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
There's snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Wow, that's such an edgy fucking thing to say, but okay.
Yeah, a well-oiled murder machine.
This Cronell is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
The Joyce. Joyce said... I like the Joyce, though. It gives her a sort of air of authority. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum arm them to the teeth and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, they're armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
And for your sake, I hope you're right.
Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am.
Okay. Conclude with a shrug.
What do you mean, okay?
See, I don't like any of this. Can I just let them fucking kill each other? I mean, as a policeman, that's probably not the the idea I should have. But I mean, to be fair, right now there's only 2 of these lads and the 7 Hardy Boys, right? Admittedly, these mercenaries presumably have other mercenary contacts who will come if these 2 get murdered. But you know, it's a thing. I mean, okay, you got this. You got the numbers.
Goddamn right we do. We done it before. Ain't that right, fellas?
Fuck yeah, we have. Battle-hardened urban soldiers, man. We got the guns and the reserves.
Yeah, we got reserves. We can call in reinforcements.
Interesting. So guess what? I've connected you with the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grace?
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
You're right. There is no local drug trade. Except you.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? The stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Little shit. That's Kuno in the yard.
It is.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy. The one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
That certainly sounds like a admission of being the one in charge at the point of the hanging to me, but we'll keep going.
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's creeping up. It's creeping up. You know, me and Evra talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Just randomly calling the dude a gimp is quite funny, honestly. Very mature, guys. Evra sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
We're over 50% now. I don't think it's going to get any better than that. Time to establish authority.
As you look around this room
yeah.
full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Ooh. No, I'm drunk on the job too. I don't give a shit, just like you guys.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect.
What's with this comma here? What's with this little extra bonus comma just hanging out? What's that all about?
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
The lieutenant takes out his notes.
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju, with an O-U.
Is that the girl from the Star? I think it is, right? And I know the name Glacia. That definitely came up at some point. It's gotta be the girl who spoke to him, like, right at the start of the game.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Well, I'd love to be able to keep my cool right now, but I quite clearly can't. Glacia?
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
Miss Aranye, disco dancer.
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Glacier Amandu. Cool.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't
Just
understand
do
what's
that.
so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So, the rape. When was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
The tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer can at you. I'm going to take off now. That was surprisingly productive, though. Surprisingly productive. You have something to say, Kim?
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Yeah, I definitely will not say that first thing. She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out. That I party hard. That I'm not very mental healthily. Oh, right, that's not what that said, but close enough.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
Not very fun.
You'll get through it, you slippery fuck! Blast some insano at him! Throw him off!
She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. It's the one next to yours.
Anything else?
I asked her where we are, what city this is, maybe even what year. Something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
Nothing. Let's move on.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance.
Ooh.
It's going to be all right.
Nice. I didn't know I could recover stuff just by having a good conversation.
Is it though? Nothing. You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Wouldn't dream of it. Alright, we got a level up. We should probably spend that. I feel like reinforcing some of the stuff I'm already good at, you know? I feel like there's no point trying to build up any of these stats that are truly terrible. Thinking maybe we get some conceptualization or some rhetoric or maybe a bit of logic. Could always keep pumping the old Inland Empire as well. That hasn't really come through for me much though. Visual calculus I feel like is something that's come up quite a bit. I suppose it doesn't come up, right? Like, presumably if you fail one of the rolls to just, like, get an extra bit of information that come up in the middle of conversations, it just doesn't come up. It doesn't say, oh, well, if you had good shivers, you would have found something here, because I've not seen that happen. So, I don't know, maybe I don't need to buff any of these because they're all working fine for me. Interesting. Now, we'll get some more visual calculus just to get up to a 4, because I feel like 4 is a good baseline for hitting a lot of the checks. That seems sensible. I don't know if this is a good way to do this, or if I should be like laser focusing on certain abilities, or I don't know. I definitely don't think it's worth trying to get everything to an adequate level, because there's just too many stats and you just don't level up enough for that. So let's go up and have a word anyway. I'm sure she's got some very interesting information for us. This is Kim's room, right? So it's got to be this one on the end.
The door is closed.
Knock knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
What does that mean? What's worth snooping around for? Alright, here. Oh, you mean in the room? Right, she was the one on the rooftop. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Plenty of dirty clothes on woman's. There is another door. But you know what? I'm not going to intrude on her privacy. Woman's been through enough, right? I'll just peer at a few things as I walk past. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
I'll run my finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Guess I'm not the only one to break windows. Unless this was related to the rape. This has a very different vibe as the scene changed, but I guess I'll take it. The smell of cigarette smoke is in the air. Astra menthol. Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
If your hand fast.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Shall we begin?
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
You ain't seen nothing yet. There's a karaoke stage downstairs.
Wow.
She shakes her head in silent disbelief, breathing in the coffee smell. Johnny Law is about to tear it up, sad style.
I assure you, he's not about to tear it up in any style. In fact...
We'll show him. You'll tear it up all the styles.
Every style at once.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
What is your name, miss? For the record.
Clausier Amondou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What is Zorani's literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Aranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I have no intention of doing that.
That's just a phase the Revacholian hero goes through.
She breathes in the menthol-flavored fumes, savoring it, then breathes out.
Before they plunge into full-core humanity and world-saving.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
So could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you've told us your real name, then?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you, that's it, for the record.
The record. So official.
They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
And what does that mean? Were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
She cradles a coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
So what did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What kind of partying? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must be hard, seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I have multiple viewpoints. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
Just say nothing.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
If it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Got a bit ahead of myself there. Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
So why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. And he's still hanging there.
She looks away.
We will move the body to the morgue today, miss. Don't worry.
So what can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff. More nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
Say nothing.
You pissed it all away. All of it. Elysium.
So what did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines. And against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Thank you for telling us all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion? Wait a moment.
I had something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
What is this wild flower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Let's return to this later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
What's this? Cold coffee and an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. That sounds like a miserable fucking experience, but I guess that's what she's here for. What's this? Can I?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know.
Makes a note in his notebook.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Give it a quick
It's
push.
barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Definitely don't want to be fucking with it then. You got some more insight for me?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
I suspect they will. I'm trying to get my head around something though. I'm struggling with the fact that Titus told us where to find her, who she was and where to find her, you know. Because it seemed like he had like a pang of sympathy for her, and you know, it was when I said to him like, "Oh, if she's been raped, she needs help or whatever." He genuinely seemed sympathetic, and that's where he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll tell you who she is," you know. And I feel like it would have been better for him if he'd just not told me, if he was trying to cover this whole thing up. So I'm wondering if Titus himself has been set up, possibly by Evrar or someone else, to believe this man raped her. I don't know, maybe I'm giving the man too much credit, you know. In the yard below, a corpse hangs from the pine tree.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Well, I don't think the toothbrush is the interesting part.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
It's quite the collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Have a little bit of know-how.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Why do I have sweaty hands? Where did that come from? I'm not going to take them. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
Right.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Close the cabinet. I'm just going to steal this woman's drugs. Come on now. I think I'm doing pretty well. I've not had any alcohol, I've not had any drugs, you know. I mean, I'm sure they would have given me buffs and things, but if only temporary ones. There's someone else I want to talk to now, though. Someone else I want to have a little word with. And obviously we need to come back to the Hardy Boys and, you know, face the music, but the friend of the hanged man, the other mercenary. I know we weren't exactly on good terms, but now that I know exactly what happened...
Right to work!
Nothing. Nothing, now that I know exactly what happened. That's a shame. That's a shame. I feel like that should have been an option, honestly. To get on side with that fella, now that we have a little bit more information on the entire thing. Can we get the body down yet? What was stopping us before? Oh yeah, we needed help. We needed assistance. The old strap was a bit thick for us, wasn't it? All right. Well, let's have a quick glance at some of these. I know this is fascinating. Okay. Let's do it.
It's you again. What is it?
See, I feel like telling them outright that she told me that she wasn't raped is going to cause a lot of trouble for her. Let's go over the rape victim again.
Again? Seriously, man. Fine. Fire away.
So, what is your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
Interesting.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant, or a drifter of some sort, been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
You said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what did you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Okay. Okay, that's about it then.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, but she said she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Ooh, I regret this immediately.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy!
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Well, I mean, this could be helpful.
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
So you bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is working this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
That's enough for now. I'll get back to the investigation.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
I'm gonna take off now. But we are definitely still not done with Mr. Titus Hardy. Interesting, we got a lot more out of this lad than I expected, and we didn't even get punched once. I'm hoping the tape player is going to work upstairs. I believe it was just the tape that was fucked, right? The player itself should be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in here, and next time on Joe Plays Disco Elysium, we're going to take a little listen. But for now, I'm outski. I'll see you next time. Bye.